Okay, so we are live. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Rep Sports. Rahul this side, alongside me, Devashiza and Shomnath, and we are standing right in front of the iconic VIVK Stadium. The stadium all set to host the most anticipated Kolkata derby. Obviously, we have witnessed several derby in the last few years, but this derby is going to be one of the most intriguing one for every football fans. Because I think in 25 years in top tier Indian Football League, first time Kolkata derby could be a league decider. And Kolkata derby means that day when being a football fan of East Bengal and Mohun Bagan, they feel sometimes that why I have made this mistake, because that's 90 minutes really difficult for those fans. That now we 90 minutes they think that because even tonight as well it's really going to difficult for them, because this is just not a derby like other regular season in the mid season derby, but this derby is going to be a league decider. First of all, I will come to Devashish, Mohun Bagan. They have been dominating this clash in the ISL since both the teams joined the ISL. But this time, after a long time, feel like the East Bengal are also, marginally favorites.
Yeah, I would say so, given the way they performed in last few matches. But obviously, Mohun Bagan themselves have to blame for the situation they are in. And the last two matches, draw against FC Goa and also drawing the match against Inter Kashi, they will rue the missed chances, and
True.
so means and they have to win. Means East Bengal can afford to draw the game, but that is not the case for Mohun Bagan. They will have to win by anyhow. So, but if it would have been say 10 years back, obviously the team that comes from behind would have been the favorites, because automatically the players they get motivated. But I don't know about this current crop of players. They haven't faced such kind of situations. Yes, a McLaren or a Petratos or a Cummins, they have been so dominating in last few seasons that Mohun Bagan has been the champions before the league decider. Means obviously they did not have to win, and that too against an arch rival East Bengal in front of 62,000 fans. So they will also feel the pinch. They will also feel the heat, the expectations of the fans. So I think it's going to be very competitive, challenging for Mohun Bagan.
Absolutely, and this Kolkata derby, I think one of the positive of this truncated ISL. I mean, there have been a lot of negative, but among those there have been few positive as well. Even this 13 match league have offered us a lot of drama, throughout the group stage, throughout the league, and even now as we are drawing close to the business end of this ISL, we have got such a dramatic Kolkata derby, which could be the league decider as well. Coming to Shomnath, who is an ardent East Bengal supporter. Shomnath, what do you think about East Bengal this time? I mean, they are in search of a major trophy since 22 years. And also, do you think this time can they really, break their losing streak in ISL Kolkata Derby?
Yes, obviously, Derby is 50-50 as we know, but there is a proverb in Bengali, there is a very ancient proverb that পিছিয়ে পড়া East Bengal খুবই ভয়ঙ্কর. In English, that means that East Bengal, when pinned down against the wall, they are very dangerous, just like a wounded tiger. And this proverb has been used many a times before any derby when East Bengal came as an underdog, but this derby is something special. This derby is something different. East Bengal, their recent form has been pretty good. I would say pretty good. In the last match, they failed to win the match, but still, the football they have played, the quality of football they have showed, that's worth appreciating. But if we talk about Mohun Bagan, obviously, they are the champions of India. They are the defending champions, double champions, and they have a consistency of winning trophies, and that would be their key factor today. But for East Bengal, I would like to quote one saying of Oscar Buzon in yesterday's press conference, that a team who wants their this jinx, the trophy drought, to be over, they desperately want a win. That team is obviously special. That team will obviously start way ahead in the Kolkata derby. Obviously, these things we know these things pretty much, but at the end of the day, we will again say that Kolkata derby is 50-50. The team which could hold their nerves, obviously, throughout the entire 90 minutes can obviously win this derby. But obviously, we have to wait until the 90 minutes. Then we will get to know who is the winner of this derby.
Absolutely. Kolkata Derby is always 50-50. In the last 4 or 5, several times Mohun Bagan walked into this fixture, as clear favorite. But still, if you look back, the scoreline of those going, every time it has been either 1-0 or 2-0 or maximum 3-0. But never it has been a 4-0 or 5-0 game. And that's the specialty of Kolkata Derby. Both the teams give their all on the pitch. And tonight also we are expecting, similar kind of rivalry. Of course, this season, so far we have witnessed 3 Kolkata Derby, And the best part that we have witnessed this season is that East Bengal, the way they have bridged the gap with Mohun Bagan. In the last 4 or 5 years, every time Mohun Bagan was a clear favorite, but this season, East Bengal are not much behind. They have also fought toe to toe with their arch rival Mohun Bagan. But coming to Devashisa again, coming Devashisa about Sergio Lovera. I mean, the football that we have seen FC Goa and Mumbai City playing under Sergio Lovera, so far it hasn't been replicated with Mohun Bagan. So, what's your thoughts on Sergio Lovera? Do you think Mohun Bagan can do that thing in tonight clash against East Bengal?
I think he will feel a lot more challenging being a coach of a Mumbai City or a FC Goa and being a coach of Mohun Bagan and that too pitted up against East Bengal is completely different ball game. Means you can and both Oscar Buzo and Sergio Lovera will admit that and the pressure of a derby. What it brings to and he will feel the it and given that he has to win and one more thing is that he hasn't coached. He hasn't been in a dugout coaching a team
Kolkata
in the
derby.
derby, in a Kolkata derby. So for the first time, he will witness
Exactly.
62,000 fans, means obviously cheering and chanting and making loud noise. And so I think it will be a completely different experience. Oscar Buzo, if you remember, last season during the ISL, he took charge. He was in the dugout. So the fact that you can actually soak in the pressure, soak in the atmosphere, but for Sergio Lovera, it will be the first time that he will have to face, he will be coaching a side in a derby. So I would say odds are slightly in favor of Oscar Bruzo, but as I still maintain that it's about whoever keeps their knobs and the intent. Mohun Bagan in the last game against Inter Kasi, we could hardly see the intent in the players. Obviously, there were a lot of players who have been rested, but it's all about intent, the urge to win the match, and that will set the tone, set the outcome of this match.
Absolutely. I mean, Oscar Buzo is, I've already, adjusted with this pressure and expectation of, fans rivalry in Kolkata because I think this is going to be his fifth Kolkata derby, if I'm not mistaken. But for Sergio Lovera, okay, sixth Kolkata derby. But for Sergio Lovera, if you say this is going to be his first Kolkata derby, already, he's facing the heat for Mohun Bagan fans, after the underwhelming series of underwhelming performance in the last few games. Even we have seen, fans raising "Go back Lovera" slogan in the after the frustrating draw against Inter Kashi, and now here comes the Kolkata derby. The team is not playing that kind of convincing football. Uh, is yet to get a settled lineup, and now it a Kolkata derby. I think Lovera obviously said in the press conference that Mohun Bagan has all kind of resource to win this game, and he is looking at this game as a final for Mohun Bagan team. And of course, if you see the equation, this is a must-win game for Mohun Bagan, especially comparing to East Bengal. For East Bengal, a draw will be enough because they are, ahead in for superior goal difference. But for Mohun Bagan, as they are behind East Bengal in goal difference, they will have to win this derby somehow, or else, they will slip the title from their hand. But coming to Somnath about East Bengal, I mean, of course, East Bengal have been in great form recently in the last four match. If you see, especially the draw against Bangalore is like a victory for the team. Then the comeback victory against Mumbai City FC. But they are going to miss their midfield trio. I mean, Saul Crespo missing due to injury, Mohesh Naram due to injury, and Shobik Chakraborty due to suspension. Do you think, in absence of them, Miguel Rashid can cope up?
Obviously, these injuries would play a big part in today's match. If East Bengal had players like Saul Crespo, Nareem Singh, or Shobik Chakraborty, the balance in the midfield would have been much better, and obviously, then we would have termed East Bengal as favourites. But since they are not getting these players, unavailability of these players will obviously cause a concern. But as Rahul mentioned, the draw against Bengaluru, not losing a match in this season. They have only lost two matches in regulation time this season, which speaks a lot about their attitude. And Oscar Buzon's never say die attitude. I think that would be the motto for today for East Bengal as well. And obviously, previously I mentioned that this season East Bengal is looking a bit different, looking very ferocious. And Oscar Buzon, he is completely a revolutionary to say the least. In the previous season, he came as a replacement coach. Most likely, everybody was seeing Oscar Buzon that he would somewhat finish East Bengal in a respectable position. He will place East Bengal in a respectable position in the ISL. But we have come a long way. In the previous season, East Bengal finished ninth in the ISL, and right now they are in the second position. Obviously, in points table, Bengaluru is in top. They have played all their matches. They have completed their campaign. But East Bengal and Mohun Bagan are the favorites for the top two. And today's derby decider will be the decision. We will see that decision that who will be in the top spot, who will be in the summit. So let's see what happens in the Kolkata derby.
Definitely. Okay, so Somnath is East Bengal fan, and we have got another ardent Mohun Bagan fan, Devashida. Devashida, are you optimistic about Mohun Bagan in today's fixture? And also, recently we all know, one of the legendary administrator of Mohun Bagan, Shopun Sadhan Bose, he passed away. How great tribute will be that if Mohun Bagan can win this game and pay tribute to our favorite Tutu Bose, late Tutu Bose.
I wonder how many of these current crop of players have met to Bose. Means for
Oh.
them to realize the role or the contribution of Tutu Bose for Mohun Bagan. It is immense. It is immense. But I think, barring the exception of a Subhashis Bose or says a few others, I think not many players know the contribution of Tutu Bose. So means obviously Debashish Dotto, the club president, may say that ideally if the team goes on to win the derby, that will be a fitting tribute to late Tutu Bose. But obviously that realization means Tutu Bose's contribution for Mohun Bagan means whether that realization come. I think for the Mohun Bagan players, if you ask me, they are playing for themselves. Means as professional players, they haven't done well. They had a golden opportunity. Perhaps the league would have been decided before this derby match. Means had they won that match against FC Goa or even that Inter-Kasi match. But obviously they find that one, they have to pull up their socks. It has got nothing to do playing for Tutu Bose or other. Means obviously it will be at the back of the mind because the fans who will be there and the Mohun Bagan fans, means for them it is more of to pay as tribute.
Yeah.
But for the players, I think that hunger should come from within. Means they have to win as professional players. If you win a derby, means that, what do the a player want to do? Means obviously for a derby, means you La Liga, you Real Madrid or a Barcelona, or for Manchester derby also. It is this particular match that the player try to give their best. Means obviously a derby, create a hero and also create a villain. So we have to find out whether we will see a McLaren rising to the occasion. See, McLaren may have won Mohun Bagan Super Giants the championship last season, but it again boils down to zero if it doesn't contribute, because this is the moment that Jamie McLaren or a Dimitri Petratos or a Jason Cummins will have to pull up their socks and do it for the fans. Not only for Tutu Bose, but also for the Mariners who will turn up today at the Salt Lake Stadium.
But as a fan, are you optimistic? And also, the way things have gone, for Mohun Bagan in the last few games, do you think that will define whether Mohun Bagan will have an edge or not in today's fixture?
It will depend. See, it's a moment of sheer brilliance. Means obviously we have seen derby. You cannot just say that so and so side is favorite or has an upper hand. Yes, East Bengal have a slight advantage given that they can afford to draw the game. But for Mohun Bagan, the bigger urge will be to win the match, and that might be just that push that the players will need, that they have to win the match. So I think a brilliance from a Petratos or a Cummins or a McLaren might, or even Apuya, means he was missed more in that match against Inter-Kasi. So it again boils down to, means obviously that Arch, means who can take the leadership in the midfield. So it will boil down to whichever team snatches the opportunities, create a brilliant goal, outstanding world-class goal from a half chance. They will have the last laugh.
Exactly, I also agree. I mean, it doesn't matter, how things went for East Bengal or Mohun Bagan in the last few games. I think it will all depend on, how both the teams play on the pitch, for that 90 minutes. Of course, the teams have left no stone unturned in their preparation for this game. They have planned really well. Both the coaches have their own philosophy, have their own tactics. But again, it comes down to how they execute all their plans and their preparation, on the pitch for the 90 minutes. Now we are going to discuss about predicted 11 of both the teams. I know we'll have to wait for another 1 hour to get the playing 11 of both the teams. But still, why can't we predict? First, coming to East Bengal, Somnath, are you expecting any changes in the playing 11 or also in change in formation of East Bengal?
Yeah, there will be a change in the formation. We have seen East Bengal playing the risky back three defense, but most likely in the derby, Oscar Buzan will not risk that move. Obviously, in many matches, East Bengal used the 3-5-2 formation where there was a three backline double striker system, solidifying the midfield. It was a good formation in terms of attacking football. But I think today in the derby it will be a more balanced formation, like a 4-2-3-1. East Bengal will go with a back four formation, back four defense. And obviously, if we talk about the probable lineup in the goal, there will be Prabsukan Singh Gill under the goal post, two defenders, Anwar Ali and Kevin Sibe in the right back, Mohammad Rakib in the left back, Lal Chungnunga in the midfield, two defensive pivots, Mohammad Rashid and Jigsan Singh in the attacking midfield position. Obviously, one of the best players of this tournament so far, Miguel Ferreira, will take charge. In the left wing, PV Vishnu, and in the right wing, Bipin Singh, and obviously in the striker position, the top scorer of of this ISL team now, Yusuf Ezari, will take the lead. Obviously, a balanced lineup, and I would say a experienced lineup from East Bengal. If we see players like Mohammad Rakib, Lal Chungnunga, or even if we talk about players like PV Vishnu, they have played many derbies. I think Lal Chungnunga alone has played like 10 derbies starting from 2022. So obviously, experience would give them a edge. Over players like Jai Gupta. East Bengal also could use players like Jai Gupta, but I think Lal Chungnunga and Mohammad Rakib could be a good option in terms of experience because they have won derbies previously. So I think it is a safe lineup for East Bengal and obviously a good lineup to secure a victory.
Absolutely. And coming to Mohun Bagan, Devashish, do you think that Lobera will make some changes? I mean, so far, changes have been common in Mohun Bagan playing 11. I mean, Mohun Bagan have played 11 games so far this season, and I think Lobera has tasted or tried 8 to 9, formation or lineup. Do you think that he will get that settled playing 11 tonight?
I very much hope so, and he should. He should obviously. And the biggest boost from Mohun Bagan is the availability of Apuya. So in all probability, Apuya will be in the midfield along with Anuruddh Thapa. Obviously, they have to rely heavily on those two wingers in Manvir and obviously Liston Colasso.
Yes.
Rather than getting in a Robson Robino, I think they will anyhow go with two foreign defenders in Alberto Rodriguez and Tom Aldred, and the two side backs in Subhasish Bose and Abhishek Dekcham Singh. Obviously, in the midfield, and they will have Anuruddh Thapa, Apuya, and also the likes of who I'm missing.
I mean,
Sal,
yeah,
Sal Abdul Samad.
Most likely, I think he might play as number 10. He may play as a number 10, or
But I think Jason Cummins will be
it could be.
more in
Could
that
be.
role,
Could
and
be.
up front will be Jamie
Yeah,
McLaren.
yeah.
So two wingers will be Manvir and Liston. Up front will be McLaren. Number 10 will be Jason Cummins. Anuruddh Thapa. I am just missing one player, Rahul.
Defense, midfield.
No, defense is sorted. Four defenders
Okay,
in
then.
Subhasish Bose,
Distant goal.
Subhasish Bose, Abhishek Tekcham Singh, Tom Aldred,
Have you missed
Alberto Rodriguez.
McLaren or what?
Oh, Vishal Kait.
Okay.
Vishal Kait. So that's
You
the
can't field a playing 11 without Vishal Kait.
Vishal Kait, right?
Absolutely. I think for Mohun Bagan, in my opinion, I think it can be either this way or that way. I mean, the first lineup, I think, obviously, defense is sorted. Both the foreign defenders will be in the back line, Tom and Alberto Rodriguez marshalling the defense. Right back, Abhishek. Left back, Subhashish Bose. In the midfield, obviously, Anirudh alongside Apuya, and Apuya will have a big role to play. I know, coaches like Sergio Lobera, Oscar Buzo, they don't believe in marking one individual player of the opponent team. But still, Apuya will have an added responsibility of marking Miguel Ferreira for a bit. And also as a number 10, either there will be Sahal Abdul Samad. If Sahal plays, then I think in the left wing there will be Robson Robino. And if Jason Cummings or Dimi plays in the number 10 position, then obviously I think it will be left wing with Liston Kulaso and Manbir Singh in the right wing. And obviously Jamie McLean will be the striker and also the derby boy who has scored in every single derby in the last season. But this season, he is yet to find his mojo in the Kolkata derby. But hopefully, he will be looking to score another, tonight against the arch rival East Bengal. But as we have got, one East Bengal fan, one Mohun Bagan fan. First, Shomnath, have you tried Hilsa today or not? I mean, it's a lucky thing for East Bengal fans. They consider it as lucky.
Obviously, if we speak from the fans' perspective, you can't eat, you can't sleep before the Kolkata derby. The tension is tremendous. But obviously, Hilsha or Chingri, we can have that after the game, depending on the results. But obviously, I mean, this would be a huge game for the supporters as well. If you talk about the East Bengal supporters, they have waited long enough. 22 years is not a short period of time. They are ardent to win this ISL, and they hopefully will get a chance to lift that trophy. And obviously, they have their belief on Oscar Bruzon. And Oscar Bruzon, obviously, as he mentioned multiple times in the press conferences, they will do their level best to win this trophy. But if you talk about Mohun Bagan, obviously, Mohun Bagan supporters have been in a good mood recently in the recent few seasons. Mohun Bagan has been the consistent team, the most consistent team, and the most dominating team in Indian football. No clubs comes close to Mohun Bagan. They have single-handedly, finished the domination of teams like Mumbai City FC, Goa, and now it's only Mohun Bagan at the top. But which is that one team who can challenge Mohun Bagan when they're on the summit? It's their historical rivals, East Bengal. So that's the reason that this derby is very, very special. If East Bengal wins today, a history will be scripted here at the VYBK, and from the next season we can expect the rivalry even more intense. But if Mohun Bagan wins, then obviously it's a testament of their domination in Indian football all these years.
My follow-up question, Shomnath. I mean, even Oscar Bruzo also, commented in the press conference that he also knows very well the history of this club, how painful it has been, in the last 2 decades for East Bengal fans. They have been in search of a major trophy for 22 years. They have been in search for first ISL derby victory for, in the last 4 or 5. So that will act as an added motivation. I mean, you have been covering teams training session regularly. How do you see the mood of the players? How do you see the mood of the head coach Oscar Bruzo? Do you think this trophy drought will act as an added motivation for the team?
Definitely, and we have seen East Bengal. We have seen that mentality in East Bengal this season. They rarely lose games this season. Obviously, against Jamshedpur FC, they have lost only one game in this ISL till now. But in that game, also East Bengal played good football. But if you talk about the motivation and all, Oscar Buzon knows that East Bengal fans obviously have waited long enough. And as you mentioned, Mohun Bagan players will be key, will be highly interested to dedicate today's win. If they win today, they will dedicate today's win to Bosu, as Subhash Bose mentioned in one of our interviews. But obviously, the East Bengal team will play for their fans absolutely, and we can see a bit of fans outside the stadium, and it's too early. It's still 2 hours to go for the derby, but yes. We are talking about the fans. If I was talking with some of the fans, even most of them, not most of them, I would say some of them came from Delhi, some of came from Bangalore, skipping their office, bunking their colleges, and from their work just to see their favorite team win the league. And this would be historical for the East Bengal fans. If we talk morally, then obviously East Bengal should win today's match. But if we talk football, then obviously it will be a close contest. But we can't rule out Mohun Bagan, because obviously for their dominating fashion in Indian football, the squad they have, the budget they have, the mentality they have, East Bengal will have to play their skins out to defeat Mohun Bagan today.
Absolutely. I mean, fandom has been the best part of the Kolkata Derby and these two teams, East Bengal and Mohun Bagan. You will see, people attending the Kolkata Derby or East Bengal and Mohun Bagan matches even after the last ride of his father. We have seen several times. We have seen, a lot of specially abled people, attending these kind of matches, and that, defined a new level of fandom. But coming to Devashida, obviously, have you tried chingri, or have you, checked out the prices of chingri or hilsa in the market? Another question. And in the beginning of the season, when Mohun Bagan, they were so consistent, we have seen, Devashish in a chill and relaxed mood, carrying that smile on his faces. But, as the season progressed, the smile faded a bit. But still, what's your expectation from the game? And also, have you tried chingri or not?
Not really, not really. I'm not a lover of fish, unlike a bong. But obviously, if you look back at the season, how it panned out for Mohun Bagan, they scored. I think, if I'm not wrong, they scored 14 goals from
Yes.
first 4 matches. But the last 7 matches, they have only scored 6 goals. So that has suddenly, I don't know what is exactly the reason. Suddenly, that goal scoring, what we have known Mohun Bagan for that attacking flair, means they have so many scorers in McLaren, Cummins, Pettato, Sahal, Liston, Manveer, you name it. And then all of a sudden, last 7 matches only they could afford to score only 6 goals. So that is a big headache for Sergio Lovera. So I think they have to grab each and every opportunity, because
Okay,
Derby is decided by even a half chance. If you can score goal, that is in itself a moral boosting
correct.
thing. So I think and you can rely on McLaren for it. We have seen it in the past. McLaren scoring incredible goals. He has done it for Australia. He's a World Cupper, and also so we have seen super subs like Petrotos and Cummins coming and making a difference. Only I would say that the concern for East Bengal is their three main players will be missing in the midfield. So if any one of them gets injured and goes out, that will be a body blow for East Bengal. Means
Absolutely.
obviously one among, because already you talk about the Saul Crespo, you talk about Naurem Moyes, you talk about the Savik Chakravarti. Means so, and means it will be really tough. Means they have to balance. Means obviously, and obviously is Mohun Bagan's strategy will be to dominate in the midfield, and obviously I won't say marking, but obviously there will be some measures so as to keep Miguel Figueira in check. He cannot be left to left to move open freely in the midfield, because we know he is the liver if in the midfield for East Bengal. If is Mohun Bagan allows Miguel Figueira to roam about in open spaces, then obviously there is genuinely trouble for Mohun Bagan.
True. I mean, if there was Saul Crespo, I would have said, 60-40 in favor of East Bengal. But just because Saul Crespo is not there, I would say now it's 50-50. Because, midfield, has been the biggest asset for East Bengal this season, which has, set East Bengal apart from the other team. But obviously, East Bengal will miss Saul Crespo. Now it remains to be seen how Mohammad Rashid and Miguel Ferreira cope up with their absence. But coming to Somnath, both the team, play similar kind of football, similar kind of play style, and both are Spanish coaches. So, what's your expectation? Do you think both will play a bit of cautious football, or do you think they will go all out? Because obviously, it's a potential league decider.
No, both the teams will go all out for
Okay.
a result today. Draw is not an option if circumstances lead to a draw, then that's a different thing. But I don't think that Mohun Bagan or either East Bengal will settle for a draw. We can expect a result from today's derby. And since we are talking about expectations from the Spanish coaches, I think we should talk about the key matchups for today's
Okay.
match. If you talk about Mohun Bagan's defense versus East Bengal attacks, obviously East Bengal in this league has the best attack. They have scored 27 goals from 11 matches so far, whereas Mohun Bagan has the best defensive unit in this ISL. They have conceded only 7 goals from 11 matches, and that's worth appreciating. If you talk about the matchup, obviously it will be Mohun Bagan striker Jamie Macklin versus East Bengal's Kevin CBA. McLaren is still yet to score in the Kolkata derby this season, unlike the last season. But obviously, this is going to be the best matchup, I think, for today. And obviously, if you talk about the midfield battle, Miguel Ferreira, he will lock horns against, I think, Apuya and Thapa. Their only job will be is to keep Miguel Ferreira silent. But if Miguel Ferreira is allowed to turn towards the goal, then it can be devastating for Mohun Bagan, because he has that individual brilliance. He has that trait to score goals as well as provide assists. And obviously, when we are talking about McLaren, we know his runs. We know the defense splitting ball. Mohun Bagan will have that responsibility. The midfield will have that responsibility to feed balls to McLaren, and we know how dangerous is Jamie McLaren in the final third. It will be a mouth-watering contest. Obviously, if you talk about the wings, Manvir Singh, Liston Kolasu, seasoned players for Mohun Bagan. On the other side, if you talk about Lal Chungnunga, Mohammad Rakib, seasoned side backs for East Bengal, a battle of experience. And every department will have to play will have to give their 100% to get a result for today. And obviously, I think the team who will score the first goal in this Kolkata derby will have the advantage till the 90 minutes.
I don't think so. I don't think. I think it will be, obviously, I think end-to-end battle.
High
Both the
scoring match?
teams. Not sure whether
I sense
high-scoring
more
match.
than one goal. Means obviously it will be, because both
Open game.
both coaches, means both Spanish coaches have this mentality of playing
Yeah.
attackingly. And Oscar Buzo in that pre-match press conference did mention that he would not go for a draw. He would rather would love to win it, win the match and clinch the title.
Last
And,
few
and
minutes, why don't you predict the game?
I see it's very difficult, Rahul, to
Predict a
predict
derby.
the game, because you cannot predict a derby. Means obviously, but East Bengal have the momentum with them, but Mohun Bagan, they have individual brilliance.
Exactly.
If you compare each and every individual man to man, I think Mohun Bagan is slightly ahead. Is slightly ahead because just the sheer fact that they have the Aussie trio. Obviously, they haven't scored goals in recent times. That's a completely different thing. But this is the match that can bring out the best in them. So I am really means not go out and say that so and so team has an advantage or a disadvantage, but it's about clinching the opportunities. Whichever teams hold their nerves, clinch the moments, individual brilliance, and obviously the coach's tactical moves. So it will also test the tactical moves of both Sergio Lobera and Oscar Bruzo. Can they do it? Obviously, first time Sergio Lobera will be as a coach in a derby. For Oscar Bruzo, it boils down to nothing if he goes on to lose this match. So it will be a real test. Tactical skills, I would say, from both the coaches, both the Spanish coaches, Oscar Bruzo and Sergio Lovera. Let's see, but no prediction from me.
Shomnath, prediction?
I like to take risk while giving predictions, but obviously I would say 1-1 draw for both the teams. It will be a draw, as I don't know which team will win today. I am playing it very safe. 1-1 draw from my side.
But the best thing is at least any team should win. I mean, if somehow Derby ends in a draw, then obviously they will make a chance for Punjab and Mumbai City FC because they are also mathematically in the contention. But suppose if Mohun Bagan wins, they will also have to win the final game against Sporting Delhi as well. But if East Bengal wins, then obviously a draw in the final game of this ISL will be enough for East Bengal. So obviously we'll have to wait till 21st May. But as of now, we are just 2 hours away from the kickoff. I can imagine what's going inside Devashish and Somnath as fan of both the Kolkata Giants. I mean, Derby is always special. The fans who will end up. I mean, the team which will end up on the winning side. Obviously, their fans will walk off the stadium, smile on their faces. And another team, if they finish it on the losing side, obviously we all know what he will have to face while coming outside the stadium. Whom you are supporting? What's your prediction of the Kolkata Derby? Let us know in the comment section below, and stay tuned to Rep Sports for more update from the Kolkata Derby. Thanks for watching. See you all in our next show.